Yo, okay, look. So look, this is another thing that I want to touch bases on, right? So we're gonna be talking about high risk borrowers, right? So when you're dealing with high risk borrowers, let me explain to you, right? So every bank has certain data points that a person must meet in order to obtain credit, mortgages, auto loans, and etc. So one of the things that banks actually look for a person to have is a mortgage, and the reason why I say that is right. It shows stability because without having a mortgage, say even if you renting or anything like that, there's nothing that permanently places you at a specific address in order for them to get back their property or contact you directly. You get what I'm saying? So anytime you got a mortgage, I know so many programs and processes that you can do strictly with that without even running your credit. As long as you have a mortgage master statement, all you have to do is give that to the lender and you can cash out just like that. And I know many other plays. So one thing that we do have to understand is that plays a major role with lending. I know a lot of people on YouTube, they telling you like, hey man, you can just get $1 million in credit. You can start a business, ask the bank for $50,000. You got bad credit. Do it look like that's what's going on? That's not what's going on. I hate when people use that term. They say, oh, well, just put an authorized user and you can go to a bank that lends to bad credit. Listen, no bank lend to anyone who a high risk borrower, especially no $50,000, especially no $30,000, especially no $100,000, especially no $250,000. You are a high risk borrower. So the banks will have to chase you to get their money back. You think the bank want to do that? You think they want to deal with a person who just have an authorized user on their credit report? I mean, this person asking for $100,000 loan. Is you crazy? That doesn't even make sense. That's why I want you guys to hop into this real estate game, put some real estate on your credit, put some auto loans on your credit. And if you really put that on your credit, now you become low risk. Now, I'm going to say this. For those who got auto loans, in order to be a low risk borrower when it comes to an auto loan, make sure the vehicle that you have is over 50,000 and better. And the reason why I say that is because auto loans is not high risk, like placing you as a high risk borrower, but you're just not the highest. You good, you okay, you got some motion, but you're not the highest. Now, the highest would be the mortgage, like I would say. And honestly, if I would suggest anyone to get a mortgage, $250,000 and better. 300,000 is good, 400,000 is great, 500,000 is excellent, and $1 million and better is perfect. You get what I'm saying? But all of those categories of having a mortgage is perfect. So when a bank look at your report and you say, hey, I want to borrow, let's just say $50,000. Now he paying back on a $300,000 mortgage, we can give it to him because the banks feel comfortable with lending you that money. They don't feel comfortable with lending a person with authorized user account with $50,000, not with $50,000. If you want to put yourself in those categories where you want to borrow 50 or 100,000, you have to suit up whatever you're using. So if you're using the CPN number, if you're using the EIN number, or even those who are using your social, you want to make sure you put primary accounts on your credit. You want to make sure you put a lot of revolving accounts on your credit. You want to make sure you have at least 10 accounts. 5 accounts is cool, but you want to make sure you got 10 accounts that you're paying back on a month-to-month basis that's reporting to all 3 credit bureaus. Because when the bank does their assessment, they'll look at you and say, okay, you got this installment showing, which will be a secure line of credit, which will be an installment loan. You got, let's just say, Credit Strong offer that. So if you want to go to Credit Strong, you can go through them. Make sure your profile is tri-merge good. And there's many other ways, to build up your profile. That's what a lot of people don't show the people, So people who dealing with credit and everything, they don't say what is a high risk borrower. They just think, oh, if your credit score good, you good. No, that's not true. Your profile needs to be good, not just your score. Your score means nothing. The score just look pretty. Oh, 780, that's pretty. But it's not good. It's not strong. It's not solid. If I had $1 million, I'm not going to give it to a person who don't even manage $1 million in debt. You get what I'm saying? So if you have $1 million that you're managing of debt, I'm going to feel comfortable giving to him, even though that's a bigger load. But he can handle it. He can maintenance it. But a person who never had that on their account, I can't trust him that he'll actually pay me back my money. You get what I'm saying? So I'm speaking to those who really want to enhance their profile on the credit tip and stuff like that. And I want you guys to understand what banks look at when they want to lend. That's all I got to say. I'm out.